Today we're going to discuss how to handle type with Adobe Illustrator and how to set up a page with columns and how to build text styles that can be applied quickly and easily and uniformly throughout a page. Let's open a new document, and we want to let our document. Um, the default is OK. There's our page. Now we want to set this up as a page with margins and columns. The columns will set up using our by adjusting our text box. The margins are already there, and we can go up here to the view menu to show print tiling. That's sort of an odd name for it, but what it does is it shows you where your margins are. And so now, before we begin do anything further, let's place our type. And to place our type, we're going to get our text tool, and we're going to drag and create a text box that fills our printable part of the page inside the margins. And then we're going to go to our place menu, place command under the file menu, place command, and we'll find our text for our menu. Notice it's a Microsoft Word text, and it will import very cleanly into our document here. Okay, now you see it's set up in sort of a basic font, Arial, I believe it is. We're going to open our character palette. I have mine in the dock over here, but you can also go to the window menu and to type. And this is a good thing to know because all of our panels for handling type are in this area. And once you open it, you can place it in your dock if you want to, and then access it from there. All right. So let's just explore this a little bit. If we click on it, we see that we have Arial 12 point. Now I'm going to say we don't want to ever use Arial in a printed document. Arial is a font designed for a screen. If we wanted something that looked like Arial, we would use Helvetica or Helvetica New. So we'll change that in a minute. And we'll change some of the other things here too. Notice for space between paragraphs. We'll show you how to get rid of that or how to set it up so that it behaves the way you want. Okay, now how do we get it into columns? Well, we're going to use our selection tool and select our text box, and we go to our type menu to area type options, and this gives us the option of creating columns. I'm going to make it 3 columns, and my gutter I'm going to reduce to 1 pica, like so. And that's all we need to do for now. And now our type is in columns. And we want it in columns. We want it to flow in columns like this so that we can make everything come out nice and uniform and lined up correctly. Okay, let's get our text tool again. And let's start building our text styles. I'm going to select all here. And I'm going to change my font to something more in keeping with the deli experience. And I have a good old newspaper font here called Excelsior that I'm going to use. And notice it has nice rounded terminals on the F's, and it's sort of a transitional font. It has a large X height, and it really looks newspaperish. That's kind of what I'm going for here. Select all my type again. And it says 12 point, but let's use something. Remember we looked at our program and it was 10 point type and it looked plenty big. So let's go with 10 point right there. And let's change our leading to absolute leading, about 12 points, okay? See that? And now you'll notice that there's space between our paragraphs here. And so we're going to do something about that. Let's select all our type again. And we're going to use a different palette called the Paragraph palette. And we find that again under the View menu, Window menu, under Type, and paragraph. Okay. Notice that this has different alignments we can use. We want a center type, flush right type. We're going to keep it flush left for now. And you notice that the type all has 6 points of space above, space before. We're going to reduce that to 0. Okay. And let's put some space back, but let's put the space below the paragraphs. That's right here. And I'm going to go up to about 6 points again, like that. Now I'm going to make it a little more. I'm going to make it a full line of type. Okay, and I have my reasons for that. Okay, now we can always change this later, and the beauty of using style sheets is that we can change it for the whole document at once by altering our style sheet. Okay, all right, so let's create a style sheet. Again, Window, Type, Paragraph Styles. Now, a style sheet is just a set of specifications that we can use over and over again. We record them in this panel here, and then we can use them at the click of a mouse. So if we ever want to go back and apply our paragraph style, we would record it first by going to our little pull down menu to New Paragraph Style, and we'll call it Basic Paragraph. Okay. All right. Now notice that it still says normal here, so we're going to select all our type and click on Basic Paragraph. And notice there's a plus sign. We get rid of that plus sign by just holding the Option or the Alt key. And now all of this is the basic paragraph. If we want to change our basic paragraph, like let's say we don't want that 12 points, we can go to our paragraph menu and change it back to something like 6 points. And we're just working on this one paragraph, but we keep that paragraph selected. We go back to our paragraph styles and we say redefine paragraph style, and now all of our type will be changed at once globally. Okay. Now we can create other styles here too. For example, notice we have these lists of ingredients. Okay. I'm going to select just those ingredients and not the extras. That's something else. Okay, that's something else there. And we'll go back to our paragraph palette and we'll get rid of our space before, like so. All right, excuse me, our space after. All right, and then we'll go to our paragraph style palette, create new paragraph, and we'll call this list or ingredients. Okay, and we would apply that to this type. So now anywhere we want to have ingredients, we have this style. Let's set up another style here. This is our subhead. And so we'll go back to our character palette first. We'll make this bold. We'll make it a little bigger, but 12 points. We'll give it a little bit more space. Actually, I'm going to keep the leading at 12. Let's go to our paragraph. Let's give it some space before, like so. And notice that it has less space below and more space above. Okay. And now we can record this as a new paragraph style, and we'll call it subhead. Okay, like so. And now we want to get things done in a hurry. We can go through our document and apply those styles wherever we want to. Here's a subhead, like so. Here's a list of drinks. Like so. Here's a subhead. Maybe we want to do something else, we can create as many styles as you want. So here's beverages. So this be a subhead, however you want to do it. Now, you notice we have some other things here, and I would advise you to cut that. See, again, we just go to the edit menu to cut. And for this extra stuff, you can create a new text box and paste it in, and then apply, decorative type, headline type, because you want to dress this up a little bit and set it up however you want. So that's basically how this works. You're going to set up your styles and then set up your columns. If we want to now, we can adjust this text box. We can use our direct select to get more room at the top for our headline and stuff. We see we have text hanging out here. We don't want that, so we can adjust it until our text fits. Like so. Whatever we need to do to get it to come out right. Now I would not play around with getting it to fit too much until you get all your type formatted and set up the way you want. Okay?